So yeah, this movie. I mean, from the outside, it seems kind of boring, right? I mean, about cheerleading is at least to me it seemed boring. But yeah, I have a thing where I don't read synopses, so yeah. It's not like with regards to that, it became any less boring. But when it comes to the comedy, though, to me at least, it seemed funny. Just as basic as that. The dialogue was funny. It seemed to me. So yeah, I mean, so I'm not sure why. Just I mean, it's I don't think it's rated particularly on average too badly. So, but yeah, I mean. I don't know why they say it anyway. It's not as funny. Uh, sometimes it really makes no sense. This world how like some American Pie are just so overrated. And somehow they I don't know what it is. How people just think that that's it's like they think that's only thing that is. I don't know what they think it is, honestly. I don't particularly find it funny myself. But anyway, but yeah, it's this was adequate, I suppose. And as opposed to many others from this same category, sort of, this didn't use discuss particularly. I don't know why they end up using discuss. So many of them, it's like like a bargain with others. Like I still sort of am entertained by the rest of the stuff. They also though insist on having disgusting elements, for some reason. But this, I don't think there was. I don't remember that there is, so probably isn't. But yeah, it's anyway. I'm just saying that it's yeah, it's all. I mean, and the fact that someone complained that they're not. High school age, I mean, it's irrelevant. As long as it's funny and they deliver the comedy fine, and I think they did really. It means the whole thing, it was it was I wasn't particularly interested in obviously the cheerleading, but there wasn't too much on that. It's not like it went. I mean, at the end there was a slight bit, but anyway, it's generally sort of less boring than sports. Some other movies which end up, focusing too much on something, or like some rom-coms which focus too much on the romance at the end, despite otherwise not being really romantic at all. I mean, it's not as sort of serious at the end as well as some others, so and it is one of those movies. It's still not as wild though as some set in fraternities. So as far as that goes, which isn't necessarily a bad thing when it comes to because many of those have discussed as some part of the ratio of the movie. Ones like college, etc., and obviously American Pie itself, which I personally don't mind. I mean, it's one of those. I don't know honestly why it's regarded as so, and only the first one for some reason, and none of the sequels. So yeah, people are weird with the ratings, but whatever. I mean, personally. I don't really rate too highly about these. They're there to entertain, and Fired Up was entertaining in my opinion. As far as it goes, all the prohibidado and whatever. It's the way they delivered it. It was comic, So as far as it goes, that's all that's needed in the end, isn't it? As long as it's comic, I mean. What matters? This is what I'm looking for here. I mean, if they went too much into the romantic side of it, it would be nonsensical, But they didn't really. They didn't too much. So actually, even when there were such elements, it was still very much still comic, like with the Doctor Nonsense there, the whole thing. So there were a lot of references to a lot of things that I had to look up, but otherwise, it was still comic overall, even if there were a lot of those. So yeah.